with Dana on DS Entertainment Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is Thursday, February 1st. My name is Dana. I am here with the beautiful Caitlin.
Hello.
Thank you for tuning in to us tonight. We are here to discuss what we expect to be a big, well, quasi-big transcript update. Caitlin, how are you doing tonight?
Doing good, honey.
Not like I didn't just talk to you
2 seconds ago.
2 seconds ago. Question, honey, is the music overpowering
I
compared
cannot
to...
hear any music.
You can't hear music. Who we got in the chat? We got Annie. Hey, Annie. Big homie Snow Nizzle. Nathan, looks like he has the question. I will get back to that, Nathan. Epic. Mr. Animations. Joseph, how are we doing tonight? Okay, back to... I'm going to go just a little bit louder on my background music. Alright, so I can put up our little slideshow here, because this is why we are streaming tonight. It's Thursday night, which means we are going to Friday, where the transcripts will update. And what I'm expecting is that beginning around midnight tonight, we're going to start seeing some transcript updates. Now, remember that transcripts will update throughout the day, all day on Friday. So what can happen is, if you've been checking your transcripts in the morning and you don't see anything, it's not the end of the world. I've seen transcripts update as late as like 5 or 6 p.m. Usually after that, they're done for the day. So beginning at midnight, there'll start being a trickle of updates, with the biggest round of updates occurring between 6 a.m. and say like 11 a.m. probably, that little 5-hour span. There'll be a blast of transcript updates, and then another slow trickle as the day goes on. So what are we expecting to update? So when we say the transcripts are going to update, well, many people that have been accepted this week and in the test batches in the previous weeks have been seeing NA when they log in to the ID.me site through the IRS. And the transcripts say NA, 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 and then there's like a 2023 for the wage and income, and a lot of people are seeing no return filed. So as far as what could update, well, all of a sudden 2023 could be populated, so now you can have a transcript available. That could be one version of the update. Another version of the update is that becomes available. And then, just lost my thought because my son closed the door in the other room. So that update can become available. The other option is those transcripts populate. You check the account transcript, and you see like a negative number at the top, which would actually be the refund amount. That's all the dollars you'd be getting back after their credits and withholding. And then down the bottom, you'd see your codes: 150, 810, 766, 768. And there may be no 846, which is the end of the world. A lot of path people aren't going to see an 846 until probably February 16th at the earliest on their transcripts. So you can see all the credits populated, a negative balance. That's a good thing. Another version of the update could be you check your transcripts and you see all those codes, the negative balance, like I said, but then you see a 570 code, which is a hold code, a refund freeze code. In that case, there's no real way of knowing why the hold is there. I mean, you can check your letters in the ID.me section under your IRS account and see if there's any identity verification that needs to be done. In which case you can do that, and hopefully that 570 code won't take long. But if the 570 code is for any other reason, it could take significantly longer. So those are the updates. And then, of course, there's the final option, which is you don't update at all, and your transcripts still say NA, and then you're stuck waiting for another week for your transcripts to update, in which hopefully the following week they would become available. But this is going to be the first really, I don't want to call it like a huge round, but first like sizable round of people that will update. So like I just said, some people will see 846 codes. They'll get a deposit date for next Wednesday. Now these are people that are not on path. So they get a date for Wednesday the 7th. When they wake up on Saturday morning, the Where's My Refund would update for them. Some people, the transcript availability will just change. Like I said, you'll go from NA, all of a sudden 2023 will become available. You'll see the credits applied in a lot of cases. Your income will be listed, that negative dollar amount in the balance. And then in some cases, there may be a hold code. Also, remember the PATH Act lifts on February 15th, which means the earliest transcript updates for those PATH people that have earned income credit or additional child tax credit. The earliest transcript updates for those people will begin on February 16th. So that's where we stand right now for that. I'm going to head into the, Caitlin should be helping me with some of these comments here, but I did catch towards the beginning that Nathan was asking a question. So he said, he asked, I have a question before the show starts. Well, we just read it now because we were prepping for the show, but it's about the ID Verify. There's two groups of people. One group is still being processed on their Where's My Refund and ID Verify under notifications. The other group has ID Verify and Where's My Refund and ID verifications. The question is, who will get the letter from the IRS and who will be getting updated? Yeah, it's an interesting question. It's hard to say because sometimes if you complete, anyone that completes the ID verification before they ever even send the letter, because the IRS tends to lag behind on their letter sending. So people that have caught the identity verification sooner and were able to go into their ID.me accounts and log in and do the identity verification through them, they may never even see a letter. They'll just see an update within like 8 to 10 days or whatever the first Friday is after about 8 days. They would just see their accounts update. The people that would get a letter would be the people that, for whatever reason, and I've seen this kind of on the forums, some people aren't getting a notification that they're under identity verification, or they did get a notification, but for whatever reason, they weren't able to do it, follow the process online, and it's telling them to wait for the letter. So the people that are being told to wait for the letter, that's basically the group of the people that will definitely be getting a letter in the mail. And unfortunately, if they are telling you to wait for a letter, there's not much choice. You have to just wait for it. Joe asked, I filed today. When can I hope to see an update? I'm walking the path. So you filed today. The earliest you'd probably see an update would be sometime next week, if I had to guess. The earliest transcript update for you would probably be next Friday. You're walking the path. And when I say transcript update, meaning the earliest they might be available for you to even look at would be next Friday. As far as seeing an 846, the earliest you would expect would be February 16th, because the path lifts on the 15th. Which means the first big round of Where's My Refund updates for people that are walking the path, that have those earned income credits or the additional child tax credit, the first big round of updates for them will be on February, for Where's My Refund will be on February 17th. The transcripts will update on the 16th.
Roswell has a question.
Okay, Joseph wants to know if people are in the test batches and are under the path, when should they see an update on their transcripts or any type of update? So, with any luck, if you were in the test batches and you do fall under path, as long as there's no issues, if there's no serious issues with the return and everything looks okay, you will at least be able to, should be able at least be able to look at your transcripts tomorrow. They should be available for you at least to be able to look and see. Like I said, there was that second group of people where there's no refund code on there because it's not February 15th yet, but you can at least see the dollar amounts for your credits and your withholding and the dollar amount of the refund as a negative balance at the top of the transcript. So if your transcripts are available, that's what you would see. If after the updates tomorrow, your transcript is still saying NA, it could be that they're just holding back some of those path transcripts and not updating them for another week until they get closer to the Path Act lifting. It's gone either way in previous years. I've seen, the bulk of Path Act returns that were filed early are usually able to look at their transcripts by the end of the first week in February. So even if you don't see an update today, you could see them next week. Like I said, the big The big group of people that will be expecting an update tonight are the people that don't have earned income credit, obviously. The people that have, if you have regular child tax credit and you don't have earned income credit or additional child tax credit, you can still get your refund before the PATH Act lifts, which means you could potentially see a transcript update overnight tonight, sometime tomorrow, as long as you filed. I think the cutoff would have been for the system would have been Tuesday, so it opened on Monday. So everyone that was accepted on Monday and Tuesday, there'll be people that were accepted on like Monday, Tuesday after it opened that might see an update on the transcripts tomorrow. Jules wants to know if there will be updates over the weekend. There will be the transcript update tomorrow for some people, and then those same people that had the transcripts update will see a Where's My Refund update on Saturday if they had an 846 code. And then the next updates to anything would be on Monday or Tuesday. Monday. For transcripts, Tuesday. The next Where's My Refund, the daily people will start updating on a Tuesday. Which I included on my little slide here. Just remember that Where's My Refund will update to 2 bars, and a deposit or a check date for the following day will be given to you the day after you see the 846 refund issued code on your transcripts. So if you have just joined us, we are going over the fact that this is going to be one of the first big, quasi-big updates for transcripts we expect. Can't really make any guarantees. I mean, the first massive update will be when the PATH Act lifts. That's when you're going to just see, like, literally hundreds of thousands of people flooding the forums saying they're getting updates. But up until that point, you got all these people that have filed early that don't have earned income credit, don't have additional child tax credit. People without those credits that do qualify for an early refund could potentially see the first round of big refunds this weekend. So, like I said, I think people that were accepted by Monday and Tuesday, those will be the people that will start seeing some updates on their transcripts tomorrow and start seeing some Where's My Refund updates to 2 bars on Saturday morning, which would give a Wednesday deposit date for February 7th. So then the next weekly batch update. Now remember, there is a smaller batch. There are smaller batches of updates throughout the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. There are small batches of people that will see some updates. And then the next bigger batch of updates will occur on the next weekly batch, which would be on Friday, February 9th. Those people would get a transcript update if they were to, also if they don't fall under PATH Act. We're going to see if Caitlin's paying attention. So if they were going to update on Friday, if their transcripts were going to update on Friday, when is their Where's My Refund going to update?
Monday?
Oh,
Tuesday?
no. Oh, no. How long have we been married?
No,
Oh,
I thought
boy.
you said Saturday and then it's Wednesday.
I have to take away that tax queen title I gave you.
I know.
It does update on Saturday. So if they update on Friday the 9th, then on Saturday the 10th, they will see a Where's My Refund update for Wednesday the 14th. And then the biggest batch, of course, one of the biggest batches, one of the first massive batches of updates, we will see when PATH lifts. The PATH Act will lift on February 15th. The first PATH transcripts update on February 16th. And the first PATH Where's My Refund updates will occur on February 17th, which is a Saturday. Nathan says he updated on the 22nd and just has an NA. So it's just the way to game. That is, like many of us, anyone that's on the path, for sure. We are in the same boat. Fred Pittman, hello. I filed on January 9th. Well, we hope you see an update soon. Oh, should I address the chat as far as the rules? So I did change the settings today on the chat because in streams past we have had an influx of
Fresh people.
not even just fresh people, just comments that we haven't been able to keep up with at times because they just get flooded with questions. So we did put a 1 minute delay. So once you've typed a chat, there is a 1 minute delay before you can type another one. And I have also limited the chat to subscribers because I want to make sure I am helping out the people that have helped this channel grow, which would be my subscribers. So the people that have been following the channel, helping this channel grow, the people that have been sticking with us every year, they get the priority. When they have questions, they're going to get their questions answered. So I have made the chat subscriber only. You have to be a subscriber. I think you just have to be a subscriber for at least a minute before you can enter the chat. So it's not like it's a crazy thing, but in previous years we've been getting like random people coming in, blowing up the chat, and then just leaving, and then we just wasted time answering questions when other people could have been getting their questions answered that have been sticking around. So yep. So that's where we stand.
We're all caught up with the chat.
We are. Well, this is a good time for me to introduce tonight's sponsor of the show.
Not just spinning.
Let's see, where can I do this? I can do it. Oh, this looks good. Okay, that's great. Okay. So the sponsor of tonight's live stream, you guys will, if you guys remember from last year, I did have a sponsorship from a water company, Pure Hydration. We severed
7-Eleven water.
Yes, we severed 7 Select. Yes, hydration,
No, so-
ionized hydration.
Nathan and
We did
Nick
sever.
announced it.
I did sever ties with them this year. I just wasn't very happy with the contract they were giving me or offering me. So I have switched alliances, and I am proud to say that today's sponsor of the video is Bubbly Sparkling Water. They have a wide array of flavors, and they're delicious and crisp. And tonight I am drinking, it's like an orange creamsicle. And in fact, it's called Orange Cream Bubbly. It's so delicious. I would like to thank the sponsor, Bubbly. We did just agree to a 2-stream deal. They're going to give me a free can every time I mention them. You guys know how important it is to stay hydrated. At least how important it is to me. And why not sparkling water? Yes, last year it was the water. This year it's the sparkling water. So let's go through some more. Where's my refund information? If I can find my slide.
Guys, don't forget to like the video if you haven't already.
Oh. Thank you to my beautiful producer. Reminding everyone, make sure you smash that like button. Also, make sure you click that notification bell so you can be made aware of when we are going online.
Epic Animate says you're a rad dad.
I wonder how he would know that.
I don't know. It's a mystery.
Shout out to Epic Animates and his first girlfriend. I mean, what? I didn't say any of that. I didn't say that. We can take that banner off. You guys can follow me on X at DJ Dana Scott. Can't say Twitter anymore. Okay, I just lost the chat. Hold on. Bear with me, everybody. My screen just messed up on me. There we go. All right. I do this a lot where I get through the information a lot quicker. I should just slow down. I don't know if you guys tuned into the stream last night, but I did cover the vote on the House floor that occurred last night. The House did pass. I deleted my slides from that, but the House did pass H.R. 7024, which was the part of the tax bill that would increase the refundable portion of the child tax credit. And I basically let everyone know that it's getting kicked over to the Senate, but the Senate has already pretty much said it's DOA. They're probably not going to pass it. So, why aren't they going to pass it? When it comes down to it, none of the politicians, doesn't matter what side they are, they don't really care about you or me or anybody else but themselves, but except for maybe their donors that keep them in office. But ultimately, the Democrats claim that they don't believe that the tax credits go far enough for working families. And the Republicans claim that the tax cuts in the bill aren't enough to help the businesses. And a few Senate Republicans have just come out and flat out said they do not want to pass a bipartisan bill that would make Joe Biden look good in an election year. So don't be counting on the child tax credit passing anytime soon. I did post a community post because the IRS did urge people to keep filing taxes. They don't want people waiting for that child tax credit to pass. The president of the IRS, or whatever his official position is, basically said, don't wait for Congress. Don't wait for Congress. Just file. IRS urges taxpayers to file despite possible changes to child tax credit. And basically, what I read the head of the IRS basically said was, if it somehow miraculously does pass both houses of Congress and the president is able to sign it, even if that were to happen, they're going to give guidance to the tax companies on how to proceed with customers, i.e. you, the taxpayer, getting that extra child tax credit. Whether it's an automatic update that will occur where they just automatically send money out to people, or they have the tax preparers have taxpayers fill out a separate amendment form just to get that child tax credit. But they do not want people waiting. So if you had been holding off to file, no need to hold off, because it's probably not going to pass, and even if it does, it's not going to affect you one way or another. It could positively affect you further down the line, but as of now, it's not going to affect anything. So I can move. Oh, here's a new article that just came up today. Is this today? Oh, published January 30th. Anyways, basically what I've seen so far this tax season is there's been some upgrades to the IRS system. They did a lot more test batch returns that they accepted this year than they have in previous years. In previous years, they would set aside like a span of like two or 3 days where they would accept a small number of returns, relatively small, to run through the system and test to make sure everything's working okay. And then that was usually like about 2 weeks before the season opened. This year, what they did is they basically did, it wasn't 2 full weeks of testing, but it was almost. They tested like Monday through Thursday, 2 weeks before the season opened on the 29th. So whatever the date was, whatever that Monday through Thursday was, the 12th through the 15th. So the 12th through the 15th, they opened up batch testing. So they did an extra 2 days at first and ran those tests. And then the following week, they did it all over again, Monday through Thursday. So they basically had about 8 days of testing, which is about 4 times as much testing as they've done in previous years. And because of that, 2 things happened. People started seeing refund dates before the tax season even opened. So people in that first testing batch that didn't have any credits and didn't have any problems with their returns saw refund dates of January 26th or something. Yeah, 26th, the Friday. And then the following week, people had some for this week. And those are non-path updates that had no issues on their returns. And that's like mind-blowing, because usually, even if people were accepted into early batches, they wouldn't see any updates until after the tax season officially started. So early batch testers started seeing refunds earlier. Also, the other thing that happened is they started catching these ID verifications sooner. And you would think, well, that's really bad because so many people are getting ID verifications. But that's actually a good thing, because in previous years, and I've said this numerous times on past streams too, but in previous years, if someone had an identity verification they had to do, they could be sitting for weeks to months with no updates on their transcripts other than a hold code, and have no idea why their return is under review. when all along all they had to do was do an identity verification, but no one would have told them. So now the updates to the system are catching that sooner. So it's giving the people the opportunity to correct that sooner and do what they need to do to verify. So yes, an ID verification can and will slow down your refund. But now it should not slow it down nearly as much as it has in previous years. It's weird the people that got chosen in test batches weren't notified normally that they were accepted. Yes, some people, for whatever reason, weren't getting the notification that they were accepted. Lots of people did get the notification. That falls more on the tax software not updating you. Sometimes the tax provider doesn't keep their systems updated. So, I think we pretty much covered everything we can cover tonight. It's just a waiting game now. You didn't see anything else in the chat, right, Caitlin?
No, that was the last comment.
All right, so just what we're gonna do moving forward. If there's anything major that happens, anything that is like surprising that I need to report on, I'll certainly either go live or make a video about it to keep everyone updated on what's going on. As far as the stream schedule, probably not going to stream tomorrow night. This was the stream for the week. As far as the updates go, I do, like I said, I expect there's going to be a good number of transcripts that will see some updates. Even if you're on Path, you could still see your transcripts become available tomorrow. Like I said, you're not going to see the 846 code if you're on Path, but you still might be able to at least view the transcripts and the codes and stuff in the credits and all that stuff. The next week, I might do a stream for the next round of weekly batch updates. And of course, we're going to do I'll probably do a big extended long stream that I'm going to have a lot more information packed in for the first big Path updates. So that would fall on Friday. Well, Thursday, the 15th, when Path lifts, that night we'll do a big massive stream to celebrate the fact that on Friday the 16th, we're going to fully expect to see a giant batch of updates. And if you are on Path, a way you can get an inclination, I think, if you're going to, because of the upgrades to the Where's My Refund system, I think a way you can get an inclination on whether or not you should feel pretty good about your Path update, transcript update on that Friday the 16th, would be if you haven't seen any of those error codes on the Where's My Refund for like identity verification or anything like that. If you're not seeing that code, you can feel pretty comfortable that you'll get a positive update on that first Path update as long as your transcripts are available. So that's it from me, and I think Caitlin and I will sign off from the night. Caitlin, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me, honey.
We will see you all next week. I hope everyone has a great night, and take care. Hope everyone sees an update. If you're jumping in on the stream or watching this not live and seeing it after it's put up on YouTube recorded, let us know in the comments if you did see an update tomorrow. In the future when you check your transcripts, let us know if you have an update. And make sure you like and subscribe. Remember, going forward, if you want to contribute to the chat, ask questions, you do have to be a subscriber. For those that are subscribed and have been in the chat and contributing and asking questions, we certainly appreciate you. I appreciate you helping the channel grow. I'm going to bed. Have a great night, everybody.